SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. Today is the anniversary of Neil Peart's passing. I'm actually recording this in December, but I know it's coming up. And I wanted to make a video now, you know, a Rush video for this day. And initially it was going to be a top 20, my top 20 Rush favorite songs, but man, I was leaving such good ones off that I was like, you know what? I'm going to break the rules a little bit, because usually I do top 20 and top 10s. This time I'm going to do a top 30 for Rush. And it's a band I absolutely love. Now, I will say this now. I checked out a couple of those albums, and I could pull them out. I have two of them that I'm not a fan of. Power Windows and Hold Your Fire. Then there's Roll the Bones and Presto. Man, a lot of people love Presto. And some love Roll the Bones. Man, I've tried. You know, especially, you know, I hear a lot of people talk about the song The Pass. I tried. Doesn't make my list. No, I just can't get into it. I can't get into those four albums. Counterparts brought me back in. Now, there's a lot of songs that I love that aren't on this list, because I thought, fuck, man, 30, man. I can't go no more than 30. That's enough, you know? And I stopped at 30, so I'm leaving a lot off, I know, and believe me, you know, if you don't see it on here, doesn't mean I dislike it. It's just these 30 tracks I like more than any songs out there that some of you would rather have on the list. And, you know, I do have some popular ones on here, you know, some of their hits, because I don't suffer burnout factor with none of them at all. There's no Rush song that, I mean, I don't care how much I've heard it, I get sick of. And some, you know, I mean, well, I'll say this now, Tom Sawyer is not on my list because I never could get into that song. And it's their most popular song. But to prove I'm not this countercultural guy that, oh, I'm not going to put Tom Sawyer because it's popular. Hey, I think every other popular song that they released is on this list. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is my top 30 Rush songs. Well, a few more things I want to mention before I get into the top 30 is that Snakes and Ladders, I do like that album a lot, but none of the songs ended up on here. And I'm going to read off a list of the songs that really hurt to leave off here. Red Sector A, off of Grace Under Pressure. I love that song. Cygnus Book 2, that starts Hemispheres. That really hurt to leave off. The Trees is a popular one, and so is Closer to the Heart. Love them both. Didn't make it. Red Barchetta is another popular one. Subdivisions is a really good one. That one probably hurt the most. And The Weapon off of Signals. Those are the ones that hurt the most. Oh, and Lakeside Park. Oh, What You're Doing. Oh my God, now I'm thinking of all these other ones. Oh well, it's too late. I already did my top 30. And what I just named, I'm going to just name 30 songs I like more. Okay, at number 30 off Test for Echoes, Driven. I love that song. I love the guitar work on it. It's very hard rocking, and Return to Form, even though Counterparts was kind of Return to Form in some parts, and this song is a definite return to form. Love it. At number 29, my favorite of the later albums from Clockwork Angels, Headlong Flight. Headlong Flight kind of reminds me of Anthem a little bit in parts. It's just a smoking tune. I love it. There's a lot of songs from Clockwork Angels too that didn't make my list that I love, but there's another song from Clockwork Angel that's pretty high on the list, and I'll mention it when we get there. All right, at number 28, off Counterparts, Stick It Out. I'll never forget when I saw that video. They debuted on Headbangers Ball, believe it or not, and I was like, oh man, Rush is back. And I ran out and bought that album, and good album, man. It's a good album. All right, at number 27, boy, I'm just mentioning the later albums. What kicks off Vapor Trails, One Little Victory, which should be called One Huge Victory, because this is the album that was made after Neil Peart had that tragedy where he lost his daughter and his wife, and he got on his motorcycle and rode, and nobody knew if Rush was ever going to get back together again, and they did. So, great song, pummeling song. All right, now we're going deep to the old school now, which most of this album is old school. I think that's it. Everything else except one song from Clockwork Angel, I believe, is from the later ones. But this is from Signals Down, most of these songs. Number 26, what opens the Caress of Steel album, and a great, great version on All the World's a Stage, Bastille Day. Awesome song, smoking song, absolutely love it. And number 25, from Grace Under Pressure. So there is one after Signals on here. And it's a song that closes the album, Between the Wheels, which the last time I flew to New Orleans to see their last tour, and they played this song, which was one of the highlights, many highlights of that show. Between the Wheels. All right, number 24. This is a song of Farewell to Kings. I think it should have opened side 2, to be quite honest with you. I don't know, this sounds like a good opener for side 2, but it wasn't. There was a second track off side 2 called Cinderella Man. Love it. Love the acoustic work on it. It's just a beautiful song. All right, we're going all the way back to the first album. And this is a real dark horse song off the album. Before and After. What a killer tune. That mellow little guitar work from Alex, and then it just goes into this killer hard rockin' tune. Love it. All right, at 22, even heavier song. Fly By Night, Beneath, Between, and Behind, which was awesome. I actually saw them play this. I saw the Exit Stage Left tour. And I saw Moving Pictures, which was my first Rush concert. And they were both different set list, and Beneath, Between, and Behind was on the Exit Stage Left tour. I saw in Lakeland, Florida. I won tickets, and we went on a bus. It was the K102 party bus. And they weren't lying, because they were pot smoking, hash smoking. They made the bus driver pull over to get a keg of beer for everybody. And here I am, underage. And I got so plastered by the time I got there, I passed out on the floor. And somebody woke me up, and somebody stole the binoculars I had. Which didn't matter because it was general admission. I was all the way in front. But then again, it did matter because I borrowed it from my friend. So his dad was pissed. But Beneath, Between, Behind. All right, at number 21, a popular one. Love this ingenious lyrics of Neil Peart talking about he wasn't too fond of the fame part, He was a musician, and a lot of people that met him said he was antisocial, he wasn't cool and anything. But I think if you would have met Neil Peart while he was driving around the countryside and met him in a diner or something and talked about something other than him being an amazing drummer, I bet he was a cool dude. But off Moving Pictures, Limelight. Awesome song. Love this guy's lyric writing. Just a genius. All right, at number 19 from Signals. A very deep track off the album. A beautiful song. Kind of ballady. And I saw the Signals tour and they did not play this. But they did play it in future shows and in their later tours. I'm talking about Losing It. What an amazing, gorgeous song. And what can I say? It deserves to be in my top 30, no doubt. All right, at number 19 from Signals. This used to be my favorite song off Signals, but it's been eclipsed. The past couple years, I changed my mind on it. And that one I'm looking at is at number 11. Talking about the Analog Kid. This was my favorite for decades. And it's still a very close second. Just love it. I love the synthesizer work where he says, you move me, and that killer guitar solo from Alex Lifeson. Amazing song, Analog Kid. And number 18, another popular one. And again, it used to be my favorite off the album, but that's been eclipsed with number 9. But this is the first Rush album I bought when it was new. I'm talking about Free Will. Awesome. A very inspirational tune. Very I'm going to live my life type tune. Amazing. At number 17, off my favorite Rush album, which a lot of songs off that album did not make my list. From 2112, A Passage to Bangkok. You know, Twilight Zone, Something for Nothing, Lessons, all didn't make my list. And they're all amazing songs, but I got to say, it was tough. This has to be the toughest top list I've ever made. A Passage to Bangkok. Did I already say that? Well, if I didn't, I'd say it right now. At number 17. At number 16, off the first album with Neil Peart, and this is the first song where you saw Rush was going, By Tor and the Snow Dog. And yes, I was lucky enough to see them play this live. Great, progressive, killer tune. Love it. By Tor and the Snow Dog at number 16. At number 15, off Permanent Waves, Natural Science. What a song, man. Not my favorite off here, though. It used to be. But my favorite off here is at number 9. Love it. Natural Science. At number 14, off Hemispheres. Killer. Killer heavy tune. Circumstances. Love it. And a cool video, too. The video is them on stage playing it live. They also did, what else did they do? La Villa Strangiato and The Trees, and I know there was another one, wasn't there? Maybe not. But I know they're great videos. But yeah, Circumstances. At number 13, oh man, I'll never forget. The first time I heard this song on the radio, I ran out and cut some lawns to get money to buy this album. From the first Rush album, Working Man. What a solo, what a killer tune. And yeah, I ran out and bought the album because of the strength of that song. Love it. And again, Finding My Way. There's a lot of great songs. Take a Friend, didn't make the list. I mean, that's it for the first Rush album on my list. You know, I had to add the last two songs, Before and After, and Working Man are my favorite songs off the album. All right, at number 12, Genius. Genius song. And for a while, it was my favorite off Moving Pictures. I love this tune. Witch Hunt. I mean, listen to those lyrics. It's about like censorship and, you know, they were going through, it was like they satanic panic. You know, Rush was part of it. Rush was held up by the Bible thumpers because of their weird imagery, the naked guy in the scar. Just that they thought was satanic. So, but I love it. Witch Hunt is an amazing, amazing tune. And all these songs should be higher, but what can you do? At number 11, my favorite song off Chemistry. I already fucked that up, huh? I already said what it was. My favorite song off Signals. Used to be Analog Kid, but now you know. It's Chemistry. Something about that song, man. I remember when I got my car, first thing I blasted on my iPod on the car stereo was Signals. And that was the day when I thought, you know what, man? I actually like this more than Analog Kid. Chemistry's amazing. I love that little sections they do where it's kind of Egyptian-ish. Fucking awesome tune. All right, now we're going into the top 10 off of Caress of Steel. Wow. The Necromancer. Whoa. It's a deep track, but you know what? All Rush fans love this song. If you're really into Rush, you love the Necromancer, and I don't blame you. Made it all the way to my number 10. All right, at number 9, very popular one, and it's my favorite off Permanent Waves. It's the song that opens the album, The Spirit of the Radio. Again, genius lyrics about, you know, the radio and promotion and all that stuff, and concert hall, and it just has everything, you know, to do with the radio and the business in such an intellectual, amazing way that Neil Peart put those words. What great lyrics, you know. That's at number 9. And number 8, off of Moving Pictures, their most popular album, but it's not my favorite song off the album. It's my second favorite because my favorite's coming up at number 6. But at number 8, what closes the album? Everybody's got to deviate from the norm. I'm talking about Vital Signs. It's as close as I get to liking reggae, with the exception of some Police songs too. My God, just those words. An ounce of perception, a pound of now I can't remember. Obscure, was it? And warm memory chip. All these crazy, like, you know, jargons, computer jargons put in the song. And the music just matches it so perfectly. What an amazing band. Vital Signs, number 8. And number 7. Man, one of their heaviest songs ever. And it's the debut of Neil Peart. The first song off of Fly By Night, Anthem. Tight, heavy, killer. You hear this song and you already know. This ain't like the first Rush album. It's as heavy and it's not like way out there proggy stuff, but it's tightness and the heaviness and the way they're so in the pocket. Anthem is at my number 7. And now my number 6, my favorite off Moving Pictures. And it's a pretty popular one. YYZ. One of the highlights of seeing them live is to see them play YYZ. Again, the tightness. Even tighter than Anthem. It's amazing. And if you really listen to the music, it's an instrumental. And I remember hearing an interview with Neil Peart talk about YYZ, how, you know, he's talking about that airport in Canada, how, you know, there's sections of it that sound like tropical. And, you know, it just captures the whole essence of people at the airport where they go and meeting up. And you really do feel it. When I heard him talk about this song, I was like, man, yeah, it does have this feel of, you know, going on a tropical vacation, or, you know, people saying goodbye or hello. Genius. They painted pictures in a song with no lyrics. Amazing. All right, number 5, man. This one kind of hurts because I would love to put this at number 1. And it's off their last album, The Garden. The song that closes the album. Man, listen to those lyrics. Man, it chokes me up listening to it all the time. How these are the last lyrics on the last album, you know, that Rush did. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful song. Love it. So there you go. That's number 5, The Garden. Awesome tune. All right, number 4. Again, man, all these songs should be number 1. I say the top 5 all should be number 1. And number 4, the epic off Farewell to Kings, Xanadu. You know, it was tough picking Xanadu and the next song that's from the same album, which one I liked more. And I'm not trying to be countercultural because the other one's not as popular. But, man, Xanadu is just perfect. And I'm going to put the Exit Stage Left version on here because I prefer that version. All right, and number 3. This is the one that I picked over Xanadu off Farewell to Kings. The last track, Cygnus X1, Book 1. Man, and I got to see them play this on that last tour in Nashville. Well, no, not Nashville, New Orleans. What a song. Amazing. I never get sick of that one. All right, the top 2. And you know, I haven't been talking about my favorite album on this. I only brought up Passage to Bangkok. But this one, again, should be number 1, but no, it's not. Side 1 of 2112. No, not Overture, not 2112 Overture and Temple of Syrinx. No, the whole damn side. Brilliant. Love it. Number 2. Should be number 1. But the reason it's not number 1 is because this next song, I have to say, is my all-time favorite Rush song. Off Hemispheres. La Villa Strangiato. That's my number 1. Brilliant. Way out there. They really blew their load on the complex, proggy metal stuff all in this song. Which I understand. After they finished this song and album, they were like, dude, we got to do something a little more simplistic. This is getting really hard. And yeah, you can hear it in La Villa Strangiato. Love it so much that it made my number 1. So there you have it, my top 30 Rush songs. And if you guys want to put your list below, feel free. I like to see people's, opinions. And again, rest in peace, Neil Peart. It's been a year now as I'm airing this that he passed away. And man, how crazy, man. I'm still in 2020, but I'm going to pretend I'm not. How crazy it is that last year we lost Neil Peart and Eddie Van Halen, the greatest at their instruments. And not only my opinion, many people's opinion. Many people thought Eddie was the greatest guitar player and Neil was the greatest drummer before they passed away. Many thought that, and they both left last year, which is terrible. And I respect Neil a lot, man. I mean, I don't think Neil was ever going to do anything ever again. He was done. Geddy said in interviews when Neil started to feel like, he might be losing it soon. And the guy had dignity. So I don't think Neil would have went back to playing drums if he was still alive today. But I'm still sad that he's gone. Sucks. Same with Edward, man. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed my top 30. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal below. Rest in peace, Neil Peart, and all hail Rush. A band that I may not like some of their albums, but when they did those albums I didn't like, they were being true to themselves. Never sold out. And when they did that last tour, they hinted it was going to be the last tour, and they did it. They aren't like Kiss, Scorpions, Judas Priest, all these bands that say they're doing a farewell tour and they end up not doing it. Rush stuck to their word. And I know if Neil was still alive today, they still would have stayed separated. Maybe a new album, but hey, man, they ended with Clockwork Angels, which to me is the best album they did after Signals. So they ended on a high note. As you can see, The Garden made my top 10 because it's such a beautiful song, and what a way to end their career with such an amazing song. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. SHMACKEMAGOB. This top 30 Rush video was brought to you by the love I have for their first live album, All the World's a Stage. Amazing. Getting all the early stuff from 2112 down. A lot of these songs I kind of prefer than the studio version, but not by much. And I know I didn't say, well, this version is better than the studio version, but they're all great. I will say, What You Doing? I like What You Doing more on All the World's Stage. That's one. And Bytor was cool. The whole album smokes. It's amazing. So, if you haven't heard it, why are you watching this video? I'm sure if you're not a Rush fan, you wouldn't be listening. So, I'm just talking to you guys that have heard it. Because I know everybody listening to me now has either heard this or own it, and both. If you never heard this album, leave a comment below. So then I can have everybody tell you, dude, get it. Because you're a Rush fan. You made it this far in the video. You must love Rush. Well, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Rest in peace, Neil Peart. I know I've been saying Peart. It's Peart. Bye.